All right, so here you go. This is a quick guide to the Alberton Gorge, and this guide's for you. So in the description, hey, you can print out each of these pages from my Google Docs. So leave me a question if they don't print out very well. But I use Photoshop to kind of gray out a lot of the terrain that's you don't need, and then really bring some color to the actual river stretches. So if these print out great, give me a like or a comment. But anyway, so this is the overview of the Alberton Gorge. This will get you there. Run your shuttle with the blue and red. It's got a kind of confusing shuttle because you can't just pop onto the interstate right at the put in. You got to do like a 4 mile access road and use this kind of halfway point of an intersection. It's this exit 66 on I-90. That's what you're going to use to get to you know what I mean, the put in to run your shuttle. But from Missoula, yes, you can take exit 70 to get right to the put in. But when you run your shuttle, you got to go down this frontage road for 4 miles. It's the old highway. Get to this exit. And on the way back, you better not miss this exit. This is Fish Creek. Do not miss this exit, exit 66. And then you got 4 miles. But once you do, get onto the interstate, yeah, then you got another 5 miles to 4 miles to Tarkio exit 61. And this is your takeout Tarkio. Your put in is right at Sear. All right, let's go through these pages though. So this is some of the river stretches. This is most all the river stretches, at least the ones that have rapids. And then once we get past Fish Creek, you got one more pinball, and then you got an easy out. So pinball is this last rapid, and then here's your takeout. So you don't need close-ups of this, but the takeout is very obvious on this one. You have this huge snaking S bend, but when you go around this S bend, hey, get to the outside because especially at high water, you don't want to miss this takeout and go downstream. We'll be going another 4 miles and then walking back. Next takeout's 4 miles at Forest Grove. Okay, so what are the other pages we got? Well, now we got close-ups of the Whitewater. There's only 6 rapids. You got Cliffside 1, Cliffside 2, Triple Bridges, Tumbleweed, Roller Coaster, and Fang. Now, is that true? Do you only and so that's it. This is what we got. We got 2 pages of close-ups and then 2 pages of overview. But if we go back here, you see that hey, we got a couple warm-up rapids, sure. But Cliffside 1, Cliffside 2, get ready. Those are pretty decent rapids. But then once you go under Triple Bridges, it's game on. Here's Triple Bridges, and here's where all the action is. And especially at high water, you don't even want to get onto this Alberton Gorge at high water. Just go in July or early April with the right equipment. Um, but yeah, it's just got a lot of powerful water. So anyway, because you got Triple Bridges, nice and fun. Split Rock marks Tumbleweed. Just above Tumbleweed, you got this kind of big eddy thing. You go through Tumbleweed. Yeah, you got another. Oh, this is called Big Eddy. And then you got a roller coaster rapid. You got Fang. And then just some easy outs. You got Thanksgiving. Fish Creek comes in. Here's Ralph's Takeout. And then so let's do some of these closer ups. All right, so here's the sear pudding. And here's your corner, your first warm up. Then you got a little bit of a stretch, and you're like, hey, what's that? Well, it's just warm up number 2. Here's warm up number 2, and then you got another little stretch. But finally, you get into cliff sides. What to know about cliff sides is they're one after another. So don't mess up the first one and have people swimming through the second one. You know what I mean? If you do have something tipping over, you know what I mean, clean it up. And these cliff sides kind of powerful at lower water. So you definitely, name of the game on this Alberton Gorge is keep it square. Like if you're not that type of boater, this thing's gonna flip you. And it's perfect for intermediates to get on at lower flows in July when the weather's nice. But these are munchy. Cliffside 1, Cliffside 2 when the water's low. They'll eat you. You can fall out of the boat. But anyway, so let's take a look at the overview. So Cliffside 1, hey, it's down here. Like this is your main rapid right there. But you have all this preliminary up here. You have this huge ledge system that at normal flows, you kind of have to go to the outside right around this. There's a little hole here. So you got to go all the way out here and then work your way back, and get all the way to this right side up against the cliff wall and go down. Kind of both Same scenarios for both cliffside 1 and cliffside 2. You don't want to get raked through the coals on this outside. There can be logs over here. Logs are going to get caught up on all these boulders, especially at higher floats. So you just never know. Less so on cliffside 1, it kind of more funnels to the right, but still, don't get raked through the coals. Do it right and get over on the right side. But anyway, this video is not necessarily like maybe how to run the rapids. Just very quickly, we're going over this. Triple bridges, straight shot, stay down the left, but big wave train. Keep it straight in there. Don't mess around at triple bridges because you got too much downstream. You got tumbleweed, and this one, you have this, this wave train on the outside. Well, if you're in that wave train, hell, you're going into tumbleweed. You know what I mean? To run this correctly, you want to have, you can be out here, but you want momentum driving to inside this little pocket. If you can get your whole boat in this pocket, great. Right on this seam. Just don't be floating down this wave train and fighting your way to get out from tumbleweed. But anyway, so there's definitely a correct way to run that one. And at higher water, just stay off this stretch. But you know what I mean? But at higher water, you have to be over here for sure. But you don't want to be on the seams down here. Real suckage on both sides. So even at higher water, what I do is I find my seam, but then I'm missing the meat of tumbleweed, but I am driving back to the center. And that's at low flow too. Hell, there's a huge hole down here. You don't want to just float down the left side. That's a no-go. You can flip your whole crew. So the line is, the textbook line is still, hey, hit this seam, avoid this, rocky holeness called tumbleweed. But you got to be aiming back towards the center. You got to aim like it's a eddy and get behind it. Don't just be willy-nilly dropping into this hole at 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, you know what I mean? It'll gobble you. So the line is always get to this seam, but then power back out. You know what I mean? Make sure you're out of the way, but then don't be drifting. You know what I mean? Push. All right, so then roller coaster. It's got two big rocks. It's got one right here and then one right here, if I got that right. But they're one after another, and they're kind of holes. You can go left, you know what I mean? Or go to the inside, right. But if you don't make up your mind, you're going to go right into both of them. And, people are going to fall. You could break a bone. This is the only rapid that's kind of just where you could break a bone. All right, so, and then Fang. Things gotten friendlier, but you still stay to this right side over here, even at high flows. Don't be going over the coals over the middle. You get some funkiness in these rocks. You don't want to mess with that rock band up top, low flow, any flows. Just stay to the right side. Now, the green line is go down this tongue and kind of push right, and then you'll avoid, and then you're kind of trying to hit, you're trying to go for this eddy. Don't go super aggressive, but if you paddle this way, that'll be the cleanest line through. Else, it don't have much to flip you these days. So sure, just line it up and go. That'll be the fun thing to do. All right, but that's just real basic Alberton Gorge in a nutshell. And if we come back to here, we should have came here a couple times. But yeah, you got the two cliff sides, a long stretch. You got the purple cliffs, marks the triple bridges. Hey, you got an extra put in sandy beaches. You can walk your boat down to sandy beaches. But triple bridges, look at this. Stay upright because this comes fast. Split rock. You don't want people swimming split rock. You don't want people falling out at triple bridges and not having your game on to get them picked up in here. You know what I mean? Then you're just looking for what's that called? Just a call home. That's what that is called. So you don't want to be calling home. Get people back in the boat. Don't do this at high flows. I'd rather do the lock side high as can be. I just don't like this at high flows. You know what I mean? It doesn't get fun. Is the fun factor. So let's look at that. See, this is the issue with the Clark Fork. You know what I mean? I like it anything below 10,000. Well, look, it hardly has anything below 10,000 except super low or just hella high. So you know what I mean? I did it at 14. I'm fine with that. I've done it at 20. But you got to have a team of people making sure it's a secluded river. So, it's more, man. So, yeah, just go here. You could get July. Look at this. July right there. Perfect. Got down to the teens. Yeah, just run 12,000 to, 5,000. All of July. This is a July float. And have a good time. Water's warm. Just stay away at high floats. And here's temperature. This is kind of interesting because, yeah, Look at this. We have where's July? There's July. Yeah, obviously that's July. 65-degree water. Yeah, it is excellent. It's perfect. This is kind of a cool. The only temperature gauge that's close is the Blackfoot River at Bonner, but it all feeds into the Alberton Gorge. All right, are we about done? But let's go back here and finish it off. So triple bridges. It's got split rock, tumbleweed. Clean up your mess before this big eddy. But anyway, and roller coaster, Fang. And you got this rapid called Thanksgiving. If you want the kayakers takeout, this long rapid called Thanksgiving, at the bottom on the right. There's your little takeout. At least spot it so you know where the hell it is. But then you have to walk all the way out of here up to the parking lot. So it's only for small boats, 10-foot rafts, and kayaks. But you can, there's the parking lot for that. Fish Creek comes in. And last little thing, pinball. And like I said, I don't have the out. So that's the out. All right, that's the Clark Fork in a nutshell. And at the end of this video, I show you how you can, if you do print these out, you can put them in little sleeves and take them on the river, make them waterproof. All right. All right, so what I have here is the printouts, and so here's 2 printouts, and then what I use is these sleeves from Staples, and you can get these. You can get like a pack of 200, for less than 20 bucks. So they're less than 10 cents. They're like 7 cents each. But then what I do is I throw them in these sleeves, and then so check this out. Then I take just some tape. We're going to go all the way across here. But this is fairly simple to do. Ah, shoot. Okay, but we're going to tape it on one side and then flip it over. And we're going to push out all the air. Okay, and now I'm just going to fold it over. So it makes a watertight seal. And I don't know how good it is, but if you're on a boat and you get splashed, no big deal. So then I take these on the boat with me, and I can even, hook them in if I wanted to, or just shove them underneath the thwart or something. Put them in a bag so they don't fall out of the boat. But that's what I do. So that's that.